Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the finale and the review of Kynseed. The first time playing it through. The reason why I'm restarting is because of the big build update. Changed so much about Kynseed that I kinda have to do it again, and I'm very happy to do it again. Anyway, so my initial review of this game is I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm trying to decide whether or not I think this or Graveyard Keeper is the best cozy game, because they're cozy games. They're like life simulators, cozy. They're just enjoyable, cozy games. I prefer it over Stardew Valley. I prefer it over my time at Sandrock and my time at Portia. I definitely prefer it over my time at Summer and Mara. I prefer it over those games because this has I like my time at Sandrock, but I prefer this because it has a story and it's a lot cozier, I guess, is the best way you can say it. And I like the fact that that when you actually gift someone something or talk to them, it tells you what their favourite gifts are if you want to see their favourite gifts. And I think that's great. You can also change your abilities to make them happier with you after gifting them stuff. There's a lot in this game that I really wish other games had. Like, I love so much about this game. There is, of course, some things that are that I don't like about it. I think the music is just really good. The sound effects are just whatever. They're basic sound effects that I still think they're nice. The humour in this game is definitely on par with my kind of humour, because it's very, very British, and I'm Scottish. It's very, very, very much my kind of humour. The lore of the game is great for me. Again, being British and not Scandinavian, but being part of Scottish and being the Celtic area of Britain. A lot of the lore in this game, or a lot of the creatures in this game, are actually creatures from Celtic lore, and I think it's great. Like there's nymphs, there's the Jabberwocky is something else. It's but yeah, there's lots of lore in this and lots of mythology, and lots of other stuff from like the Celtic mythology in this game, also from shamanistic mythology and stuff like that. And I think it's great. I thoroughly enjoy all the mythology. I thoroughly enjoy the overall gameplay. There was definitely, again, as I said, there were some things missing that I wish they had introduced into the game. One of the big things that I think Kynseed would thoroughly, personally, I like about these kinds of games is a need to sleep or stamina. If you don't add a need to sleep or stamina into the game, then what's the point in having a day-night cycle? You don't. So Graveyard Keeper gets around having to sleep by you can stay up in Graveyard Keeper for basically forever, but the longer you stay up, the more eventually your character goes, I am tired, and you do want to go to sleep because you start losing stamina really, really fast. And that's one of the things I like about stamina. This game has, you can get so much in the way of food. You can get so much food in this game, they could easily add stamina into it. It's not... a lot of people don't like stamina because it's a hindrance. I think stamina is a great way because you have to manage your day better. You could do things... it's different with watering, because watering is just you run over the crops, you go... and it doesn't require stamina to do. I think that once you get a shop, money is far too easy to get. and rep is fairly easy to get as well once you get the apothecaries. There isn't really much of a challenge after a certain time. I'm expecting someone to come to the house, that's why. There isn't very much of a challenge after a certain time in the game. It's just more of a waiting for things to happen. True, I never really finished the game, and I could have just waited until I got to the next kid. Another thing about having to sleep, so like with the kid section of the game, you have to sleep. Another thing about the having to sleep is you get through the days probably a little bit faster. You could sleep and then have nighttime only. I could just sleep myself and just go through days really, really fast, which is fine. I could do that. I guess there's no problem with me doing that. I could sleep, have my tax, go to Fairweather. As another thing, I think it's a missed opportunity. So after messing around and checking how the Fairweather items go, the fact that you keep Fairweather items between characters, I feel like you could just choose one of your characters, have a kid first, and then once you've got your kid, all you do is you go to Mr. Fairweather, buy all the items that year, come back, have your tax, go back to Mr. Fairweather, buy all the items, because you can only buy 3 a cycle. Go back, buy all the items, and then you can do that until you're 50. And then all those items then go to your next in line. I guess that's a way to play the game, especially if you want to rush through the game. And I think, but once you've done that, and more than once, or well, it depends on, I don't know how many items there are, but say there is, I don't know, 21. Say there's 21. You can go through the game and say them on average your tax is 8 years. So you start at 18 years old, and then say you buy all 3 items from Mr. Fairweather. By the time you come back, you'll be 27, and then you do the same thing. You buy all the items from Mr. Fairweather. You come back, you're 35, and you do it again. You buy all the items from Mr. Fairweather. So you've got 6 items from Mr. Fairweather. Then you go back to Mr. Fairweather when you're 35. By the time you'll be 36 at the end of the year, and then you buy all the items again. You'll be 44 by the time you come back. And then so you've now got 9 items, and then you buy say 2 more, which will give you 6 years. You'll come back. You'll have 11 items. So in, I would say 2 lifetimes, maybe 3 lifetimes, you can have every single Mr. Fairweather item. I guess that makes sense. I'm trying to do the calculations. I guess that could be fine. If it takes about 3 lifetimes to get every single Mr. Fairweather item, like, the game expects you to do that. The game expects you to, I guess they've balanced it around the fact that it takes about 3 lifetimes roughly to get all the Fairweather items, but it hasn't balanced around the Renown. The Renown is far too easy to get, I found. I was on Renown 7 before my first lifetime even finished. Probably because I was trying too hard. I guess they're expecting you to try to get as many Mr. Fairweather items as possible in the first lifetime. I guess. And I think you should probably be trying to get as many Fairweather items as possible in the first lifetime. You shouldn't be farming Renown. You shouldn't be farming like gold, brass and stuff. What else? That's really it. Like, I think everything else is really good in the game. The fishing's fine. The fishing's just wait until it goes blah blah blah, and then you go. I hate some fishing games. I hate. Like, I actually thoroughly enjoy the fishing game in Stardew Valley and Graveyard Keeper. So click, 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 click. And I don't mind if they added that to this game, but it'd probably make it a bit longer. And we already know how long it took. Like, previous playthrough took 100 episodes before I even was halfway through my lifetime. in my first life. 100 episodes. That's crazy. True, each episode is around about half an hour, but if you think about that, that's 3,000 minutes, right? Yeah, 3,000 minutes, which is a lot of time. What is that in hours? I don't know. I can't even be bothered thinking. Well, it's 50 hours because it's 100 divided by 2. So yeah, it's 50 hours to get halfway through your first lifetime. That's crazy. That's a long time. It's still nice, but I think the game is balanced around you try to use Mr. Fairweather quite a lot. That's fine, I guess. And then you get someone like me who tries to finish everything in the first year, or in the first lifetime. And I don't think it's physically possible to finish everything in the first lifetime, because your stats are too low. Because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to increase the stats of your children so that they can finish the game for you. But I think you could finish the game within 3 lifetimes. That's fairly easy to do. Like your first lifetime, you could have just getting a lot of Mr. Fairweather items and getting your first kid. You only need 1 kid really, but you want more so they can do more stuff around the farm. And then your next lifetime is try to go through all the buy all the shops, do all the other crap, get all the friends, and then your last lifetime will be trying to finish Toughwood, because that's the final section of the game is probably finishing off Toughwood and killing off everything else. I think your third lifetime you could probably do everything in the game. Other than that, yeah, I think, again, as I said, I think the game's really good. It's got a really nice premise to the game, and because it is a multi-generational game, it's a lot more chill or cozy than a lot of other games, because you can just mess around or fuck around for the whole entire game. Like there's no rush. There is 0 rush in this game, and it's all chill all the time. There is nothing forcing you to play the game faster. And I guess that's a nice little coziness about the game, and if you do want to play a cozy game like Stardew Valley, this is probably the perfect game. As I said, there is no like rush to the game, and you do just get better and better and better over time. Eventually you'll have all the max stats and stuff if you really, really want to. Yeah, so as I said, I think this game is really good if you're looking for cozy games. Probably one of my favourite. Yeah, I would say it's probably my favourite out of all of them, and then it'd be Graveyard Keeper. Yeah. I just like this thematically more than Graveyard Keeper, but I still love Graveyard Keeper. I play necromancers and everything that I can, and that Graveyard Keeper is that sort of like theme for me, and I love it. And this has the humor that like clicks with me, and almost everything about this game just clicks with me as a person, and that's probably why I like this more than Graveyard Keeper. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had fun, and I hope to see you all in the next playthrough of this game. Yeah, have fun, and bye bye.